Have you ever wondered what would happen if, on the last night of the year, the echoes of those who have departed return to whisper their darkest secrets to you? In a small town, every December 31st at midnight, it is said that the wind carries the murmurs of those who have died during the year. This legend, passed from mouth to mouth, has kept many away from celebrating on New Year's Eve. However, a group of friends, driven by curiosity and the desire to challenge the unknown, decides to host a party in an old house that is rumored to be steeped in sad and mysterious stories. Ignoring the warnings from the town's elders and the distrustful glances from neighbors, they prepare for a night of fun and laughter, unaware that they will soon be caught in a whirlwind of terrifying revelations. The chosen house for the celebration is an old mansion that has been empty for years. The walls are covered in dust and cobwebs, and the air smells of dampness and neglect. Despite its eerie appearance, the friends are excited. Among them are Daniel, the leader of the group with his adventurous spirit; Anna, the skeptic who always looks for a logical explanation; Carlos, the joker who can't resist scaring his friends; and Laura, who has a special interest in the paranormal. As they set up decorations and fill the house with bright lights and cheerful music, they can't help but share stories about the legends surrounding the place. Each tale seems to intensify the festive yet unsettling atmosphere. As the night progresses and laughter echoes through the ancient walls, something begins to change in the air. With each drink they raise, a strange atmosphere starts to envelop the house. When they decide to step out into the yard for some fresh air, they begin to hear whispers floating in the wind. At first, they think these are just effects of alcohol, or perhaps a cruel joke among them. But soon they realize that those murmurs are repeating their names. The festive atmosphere slowly transforms into one of unease and tension. One by one, they begin to experience fleeting visions. Familiar faces that have disappeared over time appear before them, revealing hidden secrets and regrets they had preferred to forget. Daniel is the first to be affected. While looking out at the garden lit by twinkling lights, he sees the ethereal figure of his grandfather who passed away a year ago. The image is so vivid that he can feel his presence. His grandfather smiles at him sadly and whispers words he cannot quite understand. Daniel feels a knot in his stomach. He knows there is something important he must remember but cannot grasp it. At the same time, Anna feels a growing pressure in her chest when she sees her younger sister, who tragically died in an accident 3 years ago. The vision is painful. Her sister appears trapped in an eternal cycle of sadness and resentment. Meanwhile, Carlos tries to keep things lighthearted by making jokes about what they are seeing. However, his laughter fades when he sees a childhood friend whom he never forgave for betraying him years ago. The boy's face appears among the shadows with an expression full of regret. Carlos feels his heart race as memories flood back. He knows he must confront that past to free himself from the burden he carries. Laura watches everything from a dark corner of the yard. Her interest in the paranormal now turns into pure fear when she sees her mother who passed away 5 years ago. Instead of comforting her as she had hoped, her mother looks disappointed and sad. Laura feels tears welling up uncontrollably. She knows she never had the chance to tell her how much she loved her before losing her. With each personal revelation, tension rises among them. The clock quickly approaches midnight, and the air becomes thick with repressed emotions. They realize they cannot escape. The doors are locked as if some supernatural force has decided to keep them trapped until they face their inner demons. When midnight finally strikes, the wind howls violently and whispers turn into piercing screams that echo through the darkness. The house seems to come alive as shadows stretch and twist around them. The friends exchange fearful glances. They know they must confront truths they have been avoiding. Amidst this emotional chaos arises an unsettling question. Are they willing to accept their past, or will they try to flee from these terrifying revelations? Pressure mounts when they discover that escape is impossible. They are trapped not only physically but also emotionally. Each one is pulled into reliving key moments from their lives. A lost love, a betrayed friendship, unfulfilled promises. The atmosphere becomes oppressive, and every corner of the house seems filled with invisible eyes watching them with judgment. At that critical moment, Daniel decides to break the silence and confesses his greatest fear: having left someone he truly loved without telling them how important they were before losing them forever. This act of bravery triggers a series of confessions among the group. Each shares their deepest secrets, while outside wind seems to momentarily calm down. As they release their emotional burdens, they feel how a weight lifts from their hearts. Finally, they are ready to let go of what has tormented them for so long. Carlos shares how he has always felt resentment towards his treacherous friend, but now understands that holding on to hatred has only made him more miserable. Anna talks about her guilt for not being there to protect her sister and how that has marked her life since then. Laura finally finds courage to express how much she misses her mother and how she wishes she had told her how much she meant to her before she left. With each shared revelation, they feel how screams begin to fade slowly and whispers transform into comforting words. The experience teaches them an invaluable lesson about forgiveness and acceptance. With each revelation shared, they feel how a weight lifts from their hearts, finally ready to let go of what has tormented them for so long. When the first rays of dawn begin to peek through dusty windows of the old house, they understand that they have survived this terrifying night, not only as friends, but as renewed human beings. As they step outside, they feel how cold breeze caresses their faces. It's as if wind itself is thanking them for having listened to those last whispers of the year. They look back at the house where it all happened. Although it now seems calm and harmless under morning light, they know it will always carry untold stories and forgotten secrets. As they walk together toward dawn, nervous laughter fills air, but also deep glances filled with mutual understanding. They have faced their deepest fears and found solace in their human connections. Now aware that although losing someone hurts, there is always room for healing if one has courage to confront what is inevitable. Thus concludes this terrifying yet transformative experience. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation where echoes from past return to haunt you, remember, always face your fears and seek redemption before it's too late. If you enjoyed this story, or if you have had any similar experiences, do not hesitate to leave your like and comment on what you thought about this narration. Your support is essential for continuing creating tales like this. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more chilling stories. We will see you in our next tale, where we will explore more hidden mysteries in darkness.